This week, I'm reminded of a story. On February 22, 1899, Albert Hubbard, an editor of a small magazine, needed some filler for the next issue. He sat down after dinner, and in an hour he banged out an article that was run without a title. He didn't think much more about it. But a few weeks later, requests began to come in for that issue of the magazine. 12, 50, 100, and then 1,000 copies were requested. The editor was puzzled over the interest. He asked a helper who told him that it was the title-less article that was being demanded. Then an order came in for 100,000 copies from the president of a large railroad company. The editor replied that it would take him at least 2 years to fill that order. Well, the president asked for and received permission to print it himself. He distributed at least 1.5 million copies. Then a Russian railroad executive touring the U.S. saw it. And when he got home, he had it translated into Russian and gave a copy to every railroad employee in Russia. It spread into Germany, France, Spain, Turkey, India, and even China. During the war between Russia and Japan, every Russian soldier was given a copy of this article. The Japanese, finding the booklets in possession of the Russian prisoners, concluded it must be a good thing and translated it into Japanese. A copy was given to every man working for the Japanese government. In all, it was translated into 37 languages and sold over 40 million copies, becoming one of the best-selling items ever printed. Now, why was there such a demand for this article? It later gained the title, A Message to Garcia. It was about an incident in the Spanish-American War. You see, President McKinley wanted a message delivered personally to General Garcia in the interior of Cuba. The American officer, Lieutenant Rowan, had simply received the orders, taken the message, and without complaint, without procrastination, and without fanfare, in spite of great difficulty and danger, delivered the message to Garcia. The article extolled the faithfulness of this man who simply took the initiative and did his job well. The demand for the article stemmed from the fact that there is such a lack of diligent, faithful people who are willing to do what they are supposed to do. That's where your opportunity as a Christian employee or employer comes in. Your relationship to Christ and the fact that you live primarily for heaven should transform your relationships and performance at work. You should be the best employee or employer on the job. While you reserve verbal witness for breaks and after work, your attitude and performance testify to your Savior. Your attitude and work ethic may be the only Bible that your fellow workers ever read. Let it point them to the Savior. Even if you are never rewarded in this life, your Master in heaven will reward you throughout eternity. Well, that was our final thoughts and nuggets for this week. Now we want you to take some time this week to visit your local Adventist church and share with them some of the things you've learned this week. And please, don't forget to join us next week as Cynthia shares with us some of her thoughts and insights into next week's lesson, the call to stand. I know you'll be blessed. Well, thank you for joining us this week. Happy Sabbath to come. God bless.